2, 1. If only we had someone who could tell us what we should and shouldn't watch. Well, do we have a show for you? Who are you?
What are you doing in my bed?
On Be Kind and Rewind, we will go through and review all your favorite movie franchises.
And tell you which ones you should and shouldn't watch from the perspective of normal movie fans. Well, be sure to check out Be Kind and Rewind on WTOP-10.
Welcome back into the DK Experience right here on WTOP-10. I'm Kenny Gerard with the unknowledgeable Dylan Zielinski. Now, speaking of unknowledgeable Dylan, it's time for you to learn some sports. Now, we have gone through plenty of sports, and I had a couple ideas today as to what sport we would talk about on this Season 3 finale. And I came to the conclusion that I don't think Dylan listens very well. I think he's a screenager who can't pay attention for longer
I haven't been on my
than 10
phone once.
seconds. I think he might be a goldfish. We're going to find out today. Dylan, we already did this sport, and we're going to do it just one more time. What are you holding in your hand?
Sad excuse for a helmet.
Hockey.
Again.
Because
Yay.
Dylan does not know sports, and he won't learn sports, even though I
hockey's
tried
awesome.
to teach him. Now, Dylan, whether you want to sit here, whine, complain, and cry, it doesn't matter.
Wow.
The inevitable is going to happen. So, Dylan, first thing we're going to talk about are some positions on the ice. You learned this last time. We are literally using the exact same photo. Go.
Goalie.
It's even better the second
Left,
time.
right, defenseman. Forward.
Where?
I don't know. The forward in the center part.
Center part.
Yeah, then left and right sweeper.
Sweeper.
Yep.
That's a new one. You ever heard of
Offensive.
that, Brummer? The sweeping? I think think of the other ice sport they do in the Olympics.
Yes, I don't know what that's called.
I don't either, honestly. Oh, man. What is that sport called? Now I'm
Curling. Yeah, I was going to say, all I can think.
Throw up the answers. We'll see how close he was.
I was right.
You were close enough.
I just didn't get wingers.
You didn't get centers either.
They did.
No.
Oh, I said forward.
You did.
Whatever.
Center. Technically, these are forwards, though, so you're not wrong. Wingers are forwards, so that's okay. I'm
Thank
okay
you.
with that. All right, next we're going to pull up some NHL logos since we are talking about the playoffs, and I just named a crap load. So, Dylan, you're going to stop whining, sit up, pay attention, and start from top left, moving across. Rapid fire, whatever you think it is. Go.
Red Wings.
Okay.
Bruins.
Yep.
Sharks.
Yep.
Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Maple Leafs. Avalanche.
Skip.
Yeah. Flyers. Stars. The Utah Hockey Club.
Don't get this wrong.
Frankie's team.
Which is?
Rangers. Penguins. Sabertooths.
No.
That is a Sabertooth.
Nashville
Anyway,
What's?
Sabertooths.
Predators. Next.
Devils.
Sabres.
Sabres, baby.
Next. They suck. Blackhawks.
Flaming Seas. Harley Davidson. Cubs. Spartans. That's Charlie's team.
Which is the
Islanders. Tampa Bay Lightning. That's the Panthers. That's yep.
Knights. Capitals, Oilers, circle thing, Forest Bears, star with a swoosh.
What was that?
That's a Free Willy, Top Gun, and the Seattle Kraken.
At least you got the last one right. Pull it up. You did a lot better than I thought you were gonna do. You
Why?
Can we get this? You did all right. I mean, you missed the Blues.
Yeah. Honestly, I got through all that.
Once you got like to the Flaming Seas is when you kind of fell apart with the
Yeah.
Flames, which honestly wasn't really all that far off.
I got Charlie's team.
You did get Charlie's team, and we did get a good reaction out of him. The Canucks,
I got the Oilers. I got the Capitals. I got the
The
Knights.
star with the swoosh is the Blue Jackets.
Well, that's just dumb.
Next, we're going to talk about some particular hockey shots. This one he did horrible in last time. I don't expect anything better. So I'll start with this picture.
Slap shot.
Okay, next. Show up the list. Let's see how tough this guy really is. Go ahead. Oh, you gave the answer.
Wrist. Slap.
Oh, that was blank. Well, go ahead. Name them off.
He apologized.
That is not the full screen. That is just name them off. Take this. Go bye-bye.
Wrist slap. The round bound. The flying V. Shout out the flying V.
Just show
Who
it.
knows the flying V?
Just show
Who in the
it. No
control
one
room
knows
knows
the
the flying
flying
V?
V.
You guys never
No one
seen
knows
Mighty
the-
Ducks?
Everybody knows the flying V, but nobody knows it's not real.
No one knows what Mighty Ducks is?
Well, obviously,
Who knows
you know
Mighty
the
Ducks?
Who knows
Yeah,
Mighty Ducks?
Dylan knows it.
Okay, that's at least good enough.
Hunter, do you know Mighty Ducks? Good. Austin? No, he
Austin doesn't know the Mighty Ducks. That doesn't surprise me. I might not know shows and movies, but the Mighty Ducks I can at least get.
That's
you
a
that.
good movie,
Flying
dude. That's a good.
Dylan, I got
Everyone
one
go
more.
home and watch that movie.
Yeah, go home and watch it if you haven't watched it. I got one more
Gordon
question for you. Throw up
Bombay.
the logo for me really quick behind my shoulder. Bang! Do you know that was
That's not a
abrupt?
logo.
No, it just popped up on
Lick,
the screen
chip,
there.
Chop, spot,
who
shovel,
is-
lob.
Who is the head coach of the Oswego State Lakers?
Ed Gosick, the old
Okay.
man.
Fine. Who's the captain of the team?
Cohen.
Not even
He's the
close.
freshman stud, the MVP of the team. Met him at work the other day. That was cool. Stud.
Oh, but you don't know
Stud.
the captain.
Nope.
Okay, well, you're never going to know. We're going to send you to a quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for Cooking or Crazy. You're watching a DK Experience right here on WTOP-10. Yo.
If you like action, romance,
If you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surface is this.
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn. Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Look at the number of disasters in the U.S. Chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
You know what that show isn't?
Ooh.
Good.
Ooh. Wow. Well,
I'm losing.
welcome
Cooking or
back
Crazy.
to the DK Experience. Season 3 finale, senior week special. I'm Kenny Gerard with Dylan Zielinski. Austin is sat in the back, and we don't care. We're going to do Cooking or Crazy. Again, we pick a topic. Well, we actually didn't pick a topic today. The control room picked us a topic, and now we're going to discuss. We will each give an answer, and then Austin, ironically enough, in the back, will be choosing the winner as well as the rest of the control room. So, Dylan, the topic of the day is the best food spot in Oswego, New York, and I will let you go first because
I don't have one yet.
You don't have one?
Nope. I'm plotting.
How does he not have one?
I don't have one.
How do you not have one?
Because I don't have one.
It should be easy.
I don't have one.
Kenny, you go first.
You go first.
You're ruining the show. I'll go first.
I don't have one.
It's okay. I'll go first. So this one is just based off of, what I personally think is the best. Best place ever eaten in Oswego, New York. It might cost you a little bit of extra money, but again, it's a once in a while kind of deal. Celebrating. You're usually in a good mood when you're there because it's either a holiday or you are, again, celebrating something that happened. I'm going with Canale's. That is some of the best Italian food that I've had. Again, bit pricey, but it is Post Malone's favorite spot as well. And if anybody who likes Post Malone will agree with me that he is absolutely right. I think Canale's is the best food joint in Oswego. While it is not cheap, I think the quality makes up for it. Okay. Dylan, you have about a minute left of the show here.
So, real quick, has anyone seen this fantastic little show on WTOP called Cooked? Well, let me just start off by saying I've had the honor to eat some of the food that was cooked at 138 West Bridge Street for the episode Cooked, and let me just say everything that has ever came out of there has been superb. The food is amazing. The quality is even better. It doesn't cost you a dime. All you have to do is give it a 10 and a 9, and let me tell you, that food is a 10 and a 9. And I actually have the chef right here.
No, wait,
hold on.
There
he is. And it's in Oswego.
Hold on,
and it's
before
in
we give that answer,
Just
here's the problem with that. Cooked isn't even the best cooking show on TOP-10. It was Dom's Dinner Bell all the way. They make cheap mac and cheese and buffalo chicken dip.
And it's fantastic.
Hey, give us the answer. Give us the answer.
Don't be mad because it's better than your girlfriend's.
Dom wins. It's.
He's not even.
Dom's not even on WTOP.
He's not even here.
Thank you. That was an easy answer.
It's because I.
Oh. Get out of here. Go back to your job.
No, you can't recreate magic, buddy.
That's it. You know what we're gonna do for the senior week special, Dylan? You know what we're gonna do?
Are we taking this?
Thanks for joining us all season long. We'll see you guys. Oh, my mic fell off. We'll see you. Ow. It's pulling my shirt off.
Bump cam.
Bump cam. See you in September.
Oh, no.
Hit him.
Yeah. My bracelet. Welcome into the season 23 finale of Laker Connections, your only place for all things Laker sports. I'm Kenny Gerard, co-hosted by Lucas McGarry. Now, Lucas, has been another wild week of Laker sports, and we have reached the end of another semester and season of Laker Connections. How are we doing?
I'm doing good. I was very, very sorry to miss last week. It was a fun Syracuse Mets game to go to with my team. It was a nice time, but very, very sorry I missed last week. But we're here now to finish the championship that Mike Neckers so desperately needs a final in.
You know, if I think there's anybody who cares, where's our logo, by the way? If there's anybody who cares, it'll pop up randomly while I'm talking.
That's fantastic. No, just leave it. Leave it there the whole time. Yeah.
I love it. Lucas, I think if anybody cares, it's him. Oh, there it is. Okay, so with that being said, this semester is quickly coming to an end. I had my last class today, actually, as a matter of fact. But anyway, we have one last Laker recap for you all. As most seasons have come to an end at this point, we have a few deep playoff runners and two teams that have gone dancing. We'll get their next block, but for now, it's time for the Laker recap. Lucas, let's start off with the men's lacrosse team.
Yeah, absolutely. In a highly anticipated SUNY semifinal, Oswego and Oneonta went head-to-head in a physical back-and-forth battle at Laker Turf Stadium. The Red Dragons came out swinging, taking an early lead and keeping Oswego on their heels for most of the first half, heading into the break up 6-3. Oneonta kept the pressure on after halftime, stretching their lead to 5 before the Lakers finally woke up. Oswego rallied hard, scoring 4 straight to make it a 1-goal game heading into the fourth, with momentum clearly shifting. But Oneonta was not rattled. They stayed sharp, added 4 more goals, and shut down any hopes of a full comeback. The Lakers fought until the end, but the Dragons came out on top 12-8, earning their spot in the SUNY Championship against Cortland, who, their team.
Sets up a battle of the Red Dragons. Definitely a tough loss for Oswego. I mean, they get a home playoff game, and they just can't finish it out. And it's a tough loss for them. But again, I mean, they had a great season, a lot to look ahead to for next year. Definitely some championship aspirations in the future. They can get past the other Red Dragons, the Cortland Red Dragons. It's going to be tough between Oneonta and Cortland to win this conference championship. But yeah, they were outshot this game. They just didn't play their best, and that's what they needed for this one. They needed their best, and well, the Lakers just didn't come out with their best game there. But hey, not a season to be disappointed about. You made it into the SUNY semis, and you hosted, so props for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we'll switch it over now to the women's team. The Oswego State women's lacrosse team is officially SUNY champions. The Lakers took home their first SUNY championship in program history this past Saturday at home against the Cortland Red Dragons. The Lakers have also now beaten the Cortland Red Dragons for the second time in team history with the win Saturday. The Lakers are going to the half up 6-3 over the Red Dragons, feeling confident. Not much would change in the back half of the contest, as the Lakers would win 12-8 over Cortland and would hoist the SUNY championship trophy. Now, Lucas, what a season it was for this team, and they are not done yet. Take me into how the Lakers did it and who was behind this historic season.
I mean, the Lakers completely dominated the Red Dragons in this game. It was absolutely phenomenal how they played, and I really want to point at the draw controls. The bottom stat there, Alexis Hill absolutely dominated all of Cortland on these draw controls, and it was absolutely crucial. 18-6 you see there. All of those are guaranteed first possessions for the Oswego Lakers, and they took advantage on a lot of those. Very, very big game for the Lakers. Should say 12-8, that might have been my fault, but 12-8 win for the Lakers, and their SUNY champs still not done yet.
Can't even get a graphic right. They outshot them, they outplayed them, and it was a great game, but we'll talk about what's coming ahead for them very soon. But Lucas, why don't you take me in now to the diamond for the baseball squad?
Yeah, absolutely. It was all pitching in Oswego's first-round matchup in the SUNY playoffs earlier today against SUNY New Paltz. The Lakers would jump on board early, scoring 2 right off the bat, but after that, it would essentially be lights out on both sides, as over the next 7 innings, only 1 run would be scored, and that was by New Paltz in inning number 3. These hitless games came courteous of both the studs on the mound in this game. It was Laker ace Jacob Sanders, who would throw 8 innings, giving up just 1 run and recording 8 strikeouts. On the New Paltz side, it was the ever-reliable Michael Weed, who pitched all 9 innings, only allowing 3 runs after the Lakers would add 1 more insurance run in the top of the 9th opening the door for Owen Hoyt to get the save, and he did just that, slamming the door right back in the Hawks' face. Lakers would win 3-1 and now move on to the number 1 seeded Cortland Red Dragons.
Whew, a tough task. We talk a lot about Cortland.
Might
start calling us Red Dragon
for a
connections at this point. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, they're a good school. But in this one, yeah, New Paltz is a tough opponent.
Very tough.
And I mean, we talked with the baseball team early on in the year about how we need to wake the bats up, and they're very up and down throughout the season, so we didn't really know where they were going to be at. But as you've seen as the season's gone on, the batting averages have gone up, the ERAs have gone down. So they definitely have gotten more consistent as the season has gone along. And I think consistency is key for this team. If Oswego can play consistent, both on the defensive end and at the home plate, I think that they can play very well. And I think they have a chance to make an upset here, but I'm not exactly sure if they have all that fuel for the fire. We'll see. We'll talk about that later on. But the softball squad would head over to Canton, New York to play their final matchup of the season. In the first of 2 games, the Lakers would win soundly with a 13-3 win over the Kangaroos. The second game was not much different, as the Lakers would blank Canton and win 8-0 in their last game. The Lakers would end the season on a high note, winning 3 straight games, but it would not be enough to make a playoff push. Oswego ends 7th in the SUNY at a conference record of 6-12 and miss out on the postseason by just 1 seed. Oswego missed behind the 7-11 Plattsburgh State Cardinals, who locked in the 6th and final playoff spot. Lucas ended the season on a high note, as I just said, but looking forward to next year, what can they work on this offseason to make a playoff push, and what can they look back on this season for next season?
I think they just need to be more consistent. They had a lot of ups and downs throughout this entire season. Like you said, they finished strong. They finished with 3 wins straight, and yeah, it was against a weaker Canton team, but you have to win the games that you're supposed to win. But I think for them, you also have to win some of the games that maybe you're not supposed to. And I think they were very, very inconsistent in where they were picking up wins and losses, and overall, just too many losses against teams that they should have put up more of a fight against. And also, in these 2 or 3 game series, they were only picking up 1 win or 2. you got to be sweeping some of these teams fully through if you want a winning record. And I think that's what was faulting for them this season. Hopefully they can bounce back next season.
When your first sweep of the season is the last 2 games and you're already out of the playoffs, that kind of tells the tale. But plenty to look forward to for next season. But we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, it will be time for the week ahead. You're watching Laker Connections right here on WTOP-10.
Romance.
If you're watching this,
and highbrow humor.
Surface is this?
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
There's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Look at the number of disasters in the U.S. Chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris. That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
it's showtime, Chris.
Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
Welcome back into season 23 finale of Laker Connections, your only place for all things Laker sports. I'm Ken Gerard, co-hosted by my good friend, Lucas McGarry. Now, Lucas, we have talked about what is left to come this semester. We have a couple of teams to talk about that we have not talked about yet this semester. So, Lucas, let's kick things back right off with baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. The stage is set for a heavyweight showdown in the SUNY Championship as the Oswego State Lakers take on the top-seeded Cortland Red Dragons, with both teams entering the final with identical 27-11 overall records. Cortland holds the slight edge in conference play at 15-3 compared to Oswego's 14-4 record, but the Lakers have the edge in team batting average at .319, just ahead of Cortland's .307. However, on the mound, the Red Dragons boast the stronger staff statistically, holding a SUNY-leading 3.76 ERA compared to the Oswego's 4.11. Cortland advanced to the title game with a 6-3 win over Oneonta in the semifinal, while Oswego aims to ride its win over New Paltz to an upset and a SUNY title.
Like we said earlier, it's going to be interesting. I mean, this is a tough team. I mean, look at the record. Boy. Yeah, it's going to be tough.
It's basically identical. Tough. Both teams have been so good all year long, and baseball seasons are so long. Every team's going to have losses, and those 11 losses are all really close games. I can confirm for you, both of these teams have been super, super competitive all year. It's going to be a great game, I think.
One game separating you in conference records is all you really need to know. I mean, average is up for one squad. ERA is better for the other. ERAs make me go, ooh, this is going to be tough. And it's not a bad ERA.
SUNY leading, too.
School. So I'm interested to see what happens with this game. It's going to be a good one. But let's go back over to the field now. The women's lacrosse team will... You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Just kick the board there.
The women's lacrosse team will head up to Middlebury, Vermont to take on the Ithaca College Bombers. Two schools with excellent broadcasters and excellent lacrosse teams will face off in the first round of the NCAA D3 tournament. The game is set to take place at 1:00 p.m. at Peter Kahn Field. The winner of this match will move on to face Middlebury in the second round. Now, Lucas, this team has worked so hard all season long, and they face what might be their toughest task yet. Will the lights be too bright for the Lakers in the dance, or are we going to see Oswego make a deep run in this Division III tournament?
A little tongue twister there, but
I tongue twisted myself.
I think for the Lakers, this is the biggest challenge that they'll have all season. I think now, because they beat Cortland twice, it now becomes this Ithaca squad. It's the national championship rounds. This is the big lights, like you just said. And this is where they either fold and crumble. Cortica, yeah. So when you're going up against a team like Ithaca, who is nationally ranked, we don't know how the Lakers are going to match up competitively against this because we've seen them against SUNY teams, but this is not a SUNY team, so it is a very, very tough matchup to talk about and really predict because Ithaca could be drastically different from Oswego. We really don't know, but I think the Lakers can do it if every single player on that team plays to the best of their ability.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna move over to the other lacrosse, or I'm sorry. Yeah, wait.
Uh-oh.
Excuse me. The Oswego Lakers men's tennis team shocked the world this past Saturday, beating Nazareth in dominant fashion 5-1 to claim the Empire 8 title and grab their bid to the national tournament. The men's team this season had an incredible year, going 11-3 and are currently riding a 9-match win streak and have all the momentum in the world. They now face Amherst in the very first round, a very solid squad sporting a record of 15-7 and coming off an CAC semifinal loss in their conference play. Amherst wants redemption, and the Lakers want to keep the magical run going. It's looking like a tough showdown on both sides.
That's what you get for making fun of me for twisting my tongue.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, this is a good one. I mean, you go in, and we have mostly SUNY teams here, but a team that's plays in the Empire 8. You know, something we don't talk about is tennis. We talk about a lot of sports that we cover at TOP, but, you know, you got to recognize a team that's that good. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'd like to see them beat Amherst. I think they have the ability to do so. It's going to be fun to watch and keep up with this team. You know, again, a team we don't talk about enough and don't give enough love to. I think tonight we give them a little bit of love. Speaking of giving some teams some love, the Lakers track and field team will head to the All-Atlantic Region Track and Field Conference Regional. That's a tongue twister right there.
That is a tongue twister.
Isn't
Whoa.
it? That's a long one. The Lakers men's and women's team both placed 9 of 11 teams in the SUNY tournament. The Lakers brought home 2 silver medals in the SUNY tournament and now look forward to the regionals. Lucas's team has a lot of talent, with a few having the chance to punch their ticket into the NCAA Division III championships. So who should we be looking out for in this one?
I think there's multiple different people on this team, both on the track side and on the field side, that have been putting up absolutely phenomenal seasons this year for the track and field team. Obviously, you see it. They're now into the all-regionals, and I think for them, this is going to be a very, very big opportunity for a team that really, like you said with the tennis, we don't really talk about them too much. So I think for them, it will be very, very big if they manage to get some big contenders on their side, because usually we don't really talk about them, and I think we should be, and they're proving us wrong.
Name one.
Name one? Can you?
No, you.
You name one.
Name one. Come on, see if you did research.
No.
I asked you. You said a whole lot of nothing. Name one.
You said a whole lot of nothing too.
No, I wish them best of luck. I forget the name of the player, or I don't know what you call him, a runner, I guess. Runner, but athlete. Thank you, Chris, in my ear. Yeah, they have a couple of athletes at place, and I think they have a good ability to do well, but we'll see what happens. Chris, I'm rapping it. Jeez, this guy's yelling in my ear. I know. Wow. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, it's going to be time for another segment that's a little bit new called The Year Ahead. Stick around.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris. That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Chris.
Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. Oh, you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Superior.
Superior.
You got the bump cam. It's our show. It's our
Get
show.
off bump
back in
cam.
our
Yeah,
camera.
there we
It's
go.
our
Get
show.
off bump cam.
Thank you. Welcome back into season 23 finale of Laker Connections, your only place for all things Laker sports.
Austin's
I'm
on
Ken Gerard, co-hosted
directing, that's why.
by Lucas McGarry. Now, Lucas, let's stay with our theme of looking forward to the future. We have an exciting year coming up, and we are looking ahead to the year ahead. We will go season by season and give predictions of what we think is to come. Let's start things off when we come back, the fall season.
Yeah, fall season, we have so many good sports to look at. You got men's and women's soccer, you got women's field hockey, and then you got volleyball. 4 sports that we cover a ton, so stay tuned for the spring semester. We got all of those live coverages. And I think for volleyball, really, really good squad, and they have a lot of people returning. Didn't have too many people graduate. They have a potential chance to have a very, very good run in the SUNY. And then you move on to men's and women's soccer, who graduated a decent amount of people on both sides this year, so going to see what their coaches are going to have to do recruiting-wise. We've seen some of these Oswego coaches be absolute gurus with recruiting in the past couple of years, so who knows? And our field hockey team obviously struggled a little bit this past season, or past semester, so I think for them, just, again, recruiting, seeing who you can pick up, some of the freshmen, try and build a better roster for the years to come. We got to see.
It'll be interesting to see how the fall season goes, but I'm going to switch things up now and move over to the winter season. The winter season brought a lot of ups and downs. We'll talk about the downs first. The men's basketball team went from an NCAA tournament team to barely doing anything in the playoffs. It was a rough start. I know they were very fresh, but speaking of teams that were fresh, the men's ice hockey team. They did the opposite end of it. They won the SUNY championship for the first time in, 11 years?
Yeah.
So it's interesting that we have 2 teams that have similar issues, yet one was able to win the championship, one fell back a bit. I think the basketball team has plenty of ability to come back from that.
They have so many good players, too.
Exactly. They just need time to gather. Almost look at the Lakers, right? Everybody's saying, Lakers in 5. No, I said they weren't. They had no time to become a team, so it just never was going to happen for them. And then on the other side, the women's basketball team, much improved. I think they only have up to go. And for the women's ice hockey team, very disappointing end for them, unfortunately, but I think that they have a huge upside in the future.
Big loss of Lexi Levy, though. They're going to have to fill that really, really, really big gap there.
Well, let's switch it back over to spring season again. So what we've been talking about pretty much the back half of the semester. Yep. Women's lacrosse, obviously, is going to be the highlight. I got the pleasure of hosting the Oscars. You were there. You got to give out a couple of awards. And we got to hear about, some of the best teams, and they got Performance of the Year at the school. And I think that the Performance of the Year may have been switched to now that SUNY Championship had it been afterwards. But I think that this team has been phenomenal. I think they have a phenomenal season ahead. I know they're losing some players, but I think they'll be all right. The men's team, plenty of time to recuperate.
No one's beating Cortland.
No, it's going to be interesting.
It sucks because our men's team is so good, and they took a unfortunate loss. But Cortland's men's team is just so damn good.
Yeah. Now let's talk about some of the SUNY champions and one that's not a SUNY team, but Empire 8.
Right.
So we have men's tennis who wins theirs. We have women's lacrosse, and we have men's ice hockey. So we have 3 championship-winning teams. Do you think any of them are going back-to-back?
I think if anyone was to go back-to-back, it's men's hockey because they are returning basically everyone. All of those guys that were huge factors, besides maybe 2 or 3, are all still there. And I think Gosick, he's going to cook in the lab. And I really, really think
he is a recruiting guru.
He is a recruiting guru, and I think they're going to pull even more guys in their next freshman class. So I really think if it's anyone, it's going to be that men's hockey team.
Absolutely. I think we have a couple of them at potential. Women's lacrosse would be my other choice.
Oh, yeah.
And go back-to-back. That's all the time we have for the year ahead. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for the final Laker show of the season. You're watching Laker Connections right here on WTOP-10.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
If you like action, romance,
If you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
Surface is this. Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Welcome back into season 23 finale of Laker Connections, your home for everything Laker sports. And Lucas, it is time to welcome our Laker Showdown moderator, Mr. Michael Neckers, back to the stage. Lucas, before we get into it, you want to explain to people at home what is a Laker Showdown again?
Yeah, so Laker Showdown is a showdown, like it said, between two Lakers, me and Kenny, and 3 questions will be asked by our gracious host, Mike Neckers. 3 very, very big questions, as it is the championship round. So, Mike, what do you got for us?
Well, gentlemen, it all comes down to this. Winner takes it all today. So my first question is for you. I think this is a really good one. If there were a zombie apocalypse and the only 2 people left on the planet are you and 1 professional athlete, who do you want by your side to fight off these zombies? Kenny, you're up first.
The question is which athlete I want as my zombie apocalypse partner?
Yes.
Sorry, I heard his Michael.
Yeah, that was my bad. It keeps falling off. I have my answer.
I'm taking Shaquille O'Neal. That guy is an absolute monster. I think Shaquille O'Neal is the easy answer here. He is massive, tall, but also quick and can jump. Now, you could take somebody like Mark Henry, who's just absolutely massive, sure, but I got to take somebody like Shaquille O'Neal. Basketball players are well known to be very agile, can move around quickly, and can jump. Now, if it's a 3-point contest, I might be screwed, or a free throw contest, I might be screwed, but if none of those happen during the zombie apocalypse, I think I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go with arguably the greatest combat fighter of all time, John Jones. He's going to protect me so well. He is quite literally the GOAT. Like, he has never lost. His only loss is a disqualification of his own. He is completely undefeated. He has never been in a competitive fight. He always wins dominantly. John Jones is the greatest fighter ever. I'm taking him. He's going to protect me.
Pound?
Oh, yeah. All over.
2 phenomenal answers here early, guys. Kenny, my only concern with Shaquille O'Neal is his age. He's getting up there in age. He's not in his prime.
I was thinking prime.
No, I'm thinking current.
Oh, never mind. Well, all right,
so John Jones is going to take the first one, but that's okay. Remember, this is for the crown here, the Laker crown, as we're calling it.
Oh, you're calling it. But
so next question. This is a big moment, so I got to ask. You got to be hyped for this. What is your go-to hype song to get you ready to go to war? Lucas, you got the first one right. You're up first.
No Hands by Waka Flocka Flame. That's a great hype-up song if I ever needed one. I was going to be playing that on my headphones.
I got one by Metallica. I think there is no better song. My girlfriend's stepdad listened to this song. He used to jump out of helicopters in the military. That song is like a good military song. I saw it in concert in Syracuse. It is incredible. It encapsulates what soldiers are going through in the battlefield. I think if I'm ready to go to war, one would probably be my song of choice.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Again, 2 phenomenal answers. Lucas, I'm not a huge fan of No Hands by Waka Flocka Flame.
That's too bad. That's too
not
bad.
Gonna lie to you.
That's okay.
It's a decent song. It doesn't get me in the mood to get hyped up.
That's okay. That's okay.
I'm a big dreams and nightmares, guys. I know that's super basic.
That's even worse than both of our answers.
That's okay.
You lost the round.
But Kenny, you're gonna take this one. So now down to the wire, just as I planned it.
Really? This is not Mickey Mouse at all, is it?
I'm gonna change the question. CG stays the same. Who is your GOAT, not of athletics, but of trash talking across all sports of all time? Who is your trash talking GOAT? Kenny, you're up first.
Larry Bird. Easy answer. Larry Bird was notorious for talking mad trash. Now, you could say Conor McGregor. Sure. He built his brand off of that, but you expect that from fighters. You expect that from people like that. Basketball. Larry Bird. This guy, you would never expect that from him, but yet he was amazing at it. And I think the NBA would not be the way it is today without his ability to trash talk some of the players. I think he was one of the first that pioneered the way he does it. And I think that it may not have been expected from him, but I think that he was the absolute best at it in his sport.
Yeah, that's a really good answer. I'm going to do you one better, and probably the only other guy that was better than him at trash talking, and more violent trash talking, and that's Kevin Garnett. One of the meanest dudes ever on the basketball court. The stories I've heard, the stories I've seen about Kevin Garnett, and the stuff he used to say to people on the floor was just absolutely vile and should not be said on an NBA court while basketball is being played.
But same with Larry Bird.
You can say the same. I've heard a lot more about Kevin Garnett, and he was nastier. He was nastier. I think Kevin Garnett was nastier.
So we got the pioneer and the new bud.
So you're saying Larry Bird did it first. You're saying Kevin Garnett did it nastier, did it better. An answer I'm kind of surprised we didn't hear today, kind of a forgotten name, NFL Josh Norman. One of the biggest trash talkers I have ever seen.
That's a good
I'd give him the crown if you got that one.
That's a good poll.
Oh, this is a tough choice, guys. KG, I've seen so many clips. Larry Bird.
I'll take Larry Bird.
I haven't seen as many clips, but I know I've heard stories of him talking trash.
He's one of the best.
There was no microphones. Well, there were microphones, but not like there are today.
I'm gonna give it to you, Kenny. Larry Bird, and you are crowned the Laker Cup champion for the spring 2025 semester. This crown is not very good fitting. Lucas.
Not really.
Post-game interview, postseason interview. How are you feeling? Lost a 7-game series.
It's really unfortunate. I battled back. I almost got the reverse sweep, but I got one more year of this. I'm coming for that crown next year, or two more. You want to do 2 more seasons of it? We'll do
2 more seasons.
All right, weird. So I'll be back for it next semester. Don't you worry.
I gave you the very gentlemanly sweep. I let you win 3 games and then proceeded to dog walk you in the last one. But
dog walk.
I wouldn't say dog walk.
Close.
Well, I got the crown, so now I'm going to trash talk.
Yeah.
Like Larry Bird.
Yeah, or Kevin Garnett. Or Josh Norman. Draymond Green.
I was originally going to say Conor McGregor, but you took that one.
That's why I said it.
Well, yeah. I feel like that was an easy answer too.
It's the cop-out answer.
It's a cop-out.
I don't like picking fighters because they're supposed to trash talk. That's half the business.
I was just going to go with John Cena, but also that's cheating because that's his job is to talk trash.
Well, gentlemen, while I have the heavy crown on my head, it is time to unfortunately say goodbye for the rest of the semester. We will see you guys in September. Thank you for joining us for the final episode of Season 23 of Laker Connections. We will see you next semester for Season 24 of Laker Connections. Good night, and see you then.
Hello, my name is Dylan Zielinski.
And I am Paul Theodore Beatty.
We certainly had a lot of laughs here on Oh Boy last semester. Our goofy antics surely put smiles on a lot of people's faces.
But we here at Oh Boy have turned over a new leaf. We feel that our old brand was immature and somewhat lazy. We want the show to be something that Al Roker would be proud to tune into.
Which is why we have worked all semester to create the best quality programming that WTOP could have asked for. So today,
we're playing water pong.
Welcome to Season 2, folks, of
Oh Boy!
My name is John Bolus.